Hello friends, today I'm going to show you how to begin with JavaScript with inline and external JS file. So as we know that JavaScript is a programming language which is used for creating front-end web pages more dynamic and more interactive. It is also more responsive and it's user-friendly, which interacts with the user and other applications. So we will learn how it's used to interact with users and other applications. And in this video, I'm going to show you how small functions are used inside JavaScript and how we can use it with an external file. Let's begin with a first program. So in order to do that, we need to have an editor, and this is Visual Studio Code, and I am using a folder that's opened here. So first of all, you need to select the folder, and I'm using here, say, JavaScript. I selected this one and I selected the folder, so it showed all the files in it. So as of now, it's showing me the files that are listed in here. If you are doing this for the first time, you need to add an HTML file and name it, say, page3.html. Press enter and your file is here. And in order to make it an HTML, just mark one exclamation and it will ask you for two options, which one, first or the second. So we go for the first one and it generates the basic HTML tag. So after that, I used a button, a method, like it has, I'm sorry, a tag which has button and some text and slash button. So so we will do an on click. Okay, on click, and I will put in something like alert, some text, and let's see by running this one. Wow, so something came up. That's a first JavaScript. Okay, on a button click, it did something on the front end. Now, if we move further, on click is an event which is fired inline. If I want to do this internal, so there are three types of functionalities that you can do in JavaScript. One is inline, which is not recommended. Another one is internal, within the file, inside a script tag. Remove this one and put it within a script tag. Okay, this is internal. In order to do that, we need to assign an ID to the control that we are using. So in my case, I would use it as btn1. Okay, now after I make it btn1, inside the script tag, I would declare a constant variable. We will learn this up later on about what's the type of constant, type of variables that we can use, like let, var, and const. So I used a const variable of btn document.getElementById, which is self-explanatory, which means that within this document, I'm trying to get that element with this ID btn1, and then btn is the variable dot on click equals to do some function. So it's calling a function myfunc on the button click. I think we can also do this. Okay, let's make this work and then we will change. I'm calling a function myfunc. So myfunc is declared a little later here, and I do alert nothing here. And let's see by running this one. Perfect, that works. Now, if I want to shorten this one, I will do this with myfunc being the function, or I can say you can do it this way. Let's run this and see. Perfect, that's also working. Let's re-verify. That's also working. Okay, that's in short, we declared the function right then and there without calling another function. Okay, now There is another way of doing the same thing. Okay, I will show you with an event listener. Okay, so this one, let's say, another function here. Let's see if this one works. Perfect. This one also works. This one we did using an event listener. As you can see that I used the constant variable dot add event listener and a click function, named it as click function, and I have something like alert, and that one worked. So this is by using the add event listener, and if you can see that add event listener is using a click function to perform the function events. So any event that we want to add it to a control, we can use it with add event listener. All right, so the next step is, now this is in the internal file. Let's try to do it with an external file. Okay, let's try to use this script in an external file. So I would use another file, let's say the naming convention for a JavaScript file. So any JavaScript file that we want to use inside our application, the naming convention is to use it with an app. Okay, so let's say it's th app.js. JavaScript files has an extension of .js. My JavaScript file is ready. Let's try to pull that script into the JavaScript file. So instead of using all this thing, I will simply take out my code into the JS file. Put it there. Save it. And now, as we want to link this one inside the script tag, don't need anything here. I will mark it as script source. So src is the short of source, and we use that inside the script tag. And I would put my file name into it. Aha, didn't work. Okay, let's see. That is th.js. Let's try to run the thing and see how it's working here. Perfect. That also works. That also works. You can see that. I put the script file into a different external file, and I use the link here, and that's working. You can also use the script links inside the header section and still try to run it, and it should work. No, it did not. Okay, let's put that before the control. Still did not work. What's the best thing to do here? It should work where it was. Perfect. So it normally works when you are doing, or you are calling the function just below the control or just above the last body tag or the ending body tag. If you want to include that script just above the ending body tag, it works 99%. Few cases are there which it do not work, but you have to include that either in the header file or inside the body. Okay, so the most conventional way to use it is before the ending body tag. Alright guys, so that was all about this video where we used an external file to call our JavaScript, and it worked absolutely fine. So stay tuned, stay connected until we have our next set of videos, and happy coding. Thank you.